So, do you guys ever feel that love just keeps on passing you by and not completely understanding the reasons? So, I thought it would be an interesting one to do a reading around that and see why you have that feeling, what it is within your energy that's stopping love coming in, and potentially what you can do about it to make things happen, because we all want to and hope to, find that someone special to be with and stuff. So let me shuffle the cards. Let's see what's going on in your subconscious mind that keeps on making love disappear, even the person disappear. So let's see what we get. So, firstly, because I think as human beings, we automatically always assume it's got to be something with us. And part is yes, and part is no. So, you can't take complete 100% responsibility, even though for manifesting, it's always about the inner work and what's in your energy and things like that. So, why is it that love is it's not even that love is disappearing. It's kind of like that the relationships just do not last. The energy that I'm picking up of the collective is very much to do with that. These people, I'm seeing them on a conveyor belt, and I'm really sorry if that's how your life has been, because that sounds so bad in comparison to the reality of it. It's not a conveyor belt, but it just feels to you as if what is happening that I can't attract the right person, the one who isn't, what's the word, commitment, has a fear of commitment, who isn't always running away. How can I change that so that I don't attract that energy? Because that's basically where you need to take the responsibility, in the place where your energy is attracting that vibration. So that's probably a little tweak that we need to do. But let's reveal in terms of what's actually going on. You're attracting the people that your energy feels it can help. Now, that isn't great for you, because once they've had the help, they're gone, or they don't want the help, or, so many other scenarios. And you're kind of like, I just want to find somebody I can be with and hopefully build something up with. So back to them. So as I was explaining, that your energy is the catalyst for attracting these kinds of energies, because